Greetings! I am Herbert Erpaderp, and today we're going to have a look at what's in this box. This is where I do that hilarious joke about not knowing that this is a 35th scale Schwimmwagen triple SG638 from Das Werk inside this box, even though there is a picture of it on the front, and it's clearly labelled. The box tells us that this is a 100% Das Werk production in cooperation with Bold Division. This is a fairly new kit, at least at the time of recording. It is a 2023 release, so if you're watching this in 2081, it's probably long out of production. Anyway, let's have a look at the content of the box. It is probably why you're here. First, we have the hull, or body. I'm more inclined to call it a hull than a body, because it's kind of a boat. This part looks really nice. It's crisp and neat. Not only that, but it's quite a weird and interesting shape. That's the main reason I bought this kit, really. I thought it looked weird and interesting. It almost looks like a weird shoe or something. More hull parts. Or body parts? Let's call them hull parts. These are also really neat and nice looking. And spoilers, that's the way all the parts in this kit are. I'm sure there's going to be some mold lines and we'll certainly have to tidy up some sprue gates, but I don't see there being a whole lot of cleanup needed for this build. A little bit, but not too much. Obviously I don't know for sure yet, I haven't built the kit, but it does look like everything will go together without a problem. Looks can, of course, be deceiving, but you can also make a pretty fair assumption when looking at sprues. There are a kind of surprising number of thin parts in this kit, and those do come with the risk of breakage. The plastic in this kit does feel reasonably sturdy, so it probably won't snap when you think about breathing on those thin parts, but it is certainly a good idea to treat them gently. You can see the mold line on the folded down roof cover thing, and that's probably the worst mold line in the kit. While it is a pretty obvious mold line, it's not that bad, and it won't be difficult to deal with. There's a few more odds and ends on this sprue, and they look pretty good as well. I'm quite impressed with the way the parts in this kit look. The detail is rather nice. I'm obviously no Schwimmwagenologist, so I'm not going to pretend to know how accurate any of the detail in this kit is, but it does look good. Well, the parts do. I don't know how it's going to build up, but I think it's safe to say that it's probably going to look pretty good. I'm confident that it's going to build up into a model that looks rather Schwimmwagen-y. Here we've got some little rubber tyres. Well, they're probably not actually rubber. I would assume they're vinyl, but they're sort of rubbery, I guess, and they do look rather tiry, which is the important thing. There's also some clear parts, which are very clear, which is exactly what you want from clear parts. The kit does include some photo etch, and I normally complain about this stuff, as you probably well know, but this is just a pair of windshield wipers. How bad could it possibly be? Decals are also included. There's a bunch of license plates, some information panels, and a few markings, the meanings of which are not immediately obvious to forgetful old Herbert. They do look neat though, and look as though they'll function as decals should. And as all sensible model kits have, there's a set of instructions. They're in colour, and the paper has a sort of stained beige look to it, which I think is kind of nice. It also helps the diagrams to stand out on the page a bit, which is not entirely necessary, but can be kind of helpful. These seem well laid out and easy enough to follow. Having not yet built the kit, and having only given these instructions a brief glance, I couldn't tell you if there were any problems or errors, so I guess you'll have to watch the live build streams, or the build video when that comes out. This does look like it's going to be a fun and fairly quick build, and I'm not anticipating any problems, but you never know, so tune in, it might be funny. Speaking of build stream, I'm not totally sure when I'm going to start on this build, but it is going to be a Monday morning stream, probably starting sometime in February. It will be both here on YouTube and on Twitch, so keep an eye out. I mean, keep your eyes in, but use them to look for notifications and such. If you've got any questions or comments, feel free to put them in the comments section below. Subscribe if you want to see more of this kind of malarkey, help support on Patreon or Ko-fi if you're able, and why not check out some of the links in the description? They're very linky. Take care of yourselves, be excellent to each other, and thanks for watching. Farewell.